Good evening and welcome to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle from live in Monahans tonight as we open up the season for the Lovington Lady Cats. Great to have you with us, HobbsAmerica.com. The Lovington Sports YouTube channel, Z94 KZOR Facebook page. So we come into this one, the opening game for Chief Bridgeforce Lady Cats here tonight, and they are running lean and mean again this year. That's one thing, of course, that Chief Bridgeforth likes. Now some questions and some holes that are going to have to be filled, but you start figuring it all out tonight. For the Lovington Lady Cats, looks like they've just got 7 girls on the roster, so going to be very important not to get anybody in foul trouble and to keep everybody healthy. Your Lovington roster as we start this 2024-2025 season. Number 3, Paisha Gonzalez. Number 4, Carly Knapp. Number 5, Aubrey Aranda. Number 10, Braylon Hernandez. Number 12, Malaya Castro. Number 24, Jabri Rios. And number 42, Abigail Schaus. For Monahans, they are already into their season 2-4 on the year under head coach Henry Gehring. And their lineup, their roster looks like this. Number 0, Damaris Jones. Number 3, Adriana Soto. Number 10, Bryn Claiborne. Number 11, Deja Juarez. Number 12, Anise Gonzalez. Number 14, Danielle Lopez. Number 15, Ciel Cano. Number 20, Carly Schwarb. 21 is Kat Munoz. And number 33 is Bethany Sanchez. So the JV game ending moment just a few minutes ago and getting ready for the start of this varsity contest. Opening game of the season for the Lovington Lady Cats. So getting ready for the introduction of the teams and the national anthems. This has been an abbreviated version of your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from Stone Oilfield Services. W.H. Stone and the entire Stone family, proud supporters of Lee County High School athletics. Are back. Doesn't look like they're going to do introductions or anything else. So, okay, here we go. Lovington Lady Cat Basketball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Starters tonight for the Lady Cats. It'll be number 4, Carly Knapp. Number 42, Abby Schaus. Number 24, Jabri Rios. Number 5, Aubrey Aranda. Number 12, Malaya Castro. So getting ready for the opening tip. The Lady Cats in the Road Blues with the white letters and numbers. And the opening tip will be controlled by Lovington. Pushing it forward to Knapp. Pushing it back door. Going up is Malaya and up and in. And Lovington will strike first. The early 2-0 lead for the Lady Cats. Sorry, got to remember to run the camera. I am flying solo tonight. So crossing the timeline, Monahans brings it up, and it'll be knocked away by the Lady Cats, so it'll stay Monahans basketball. For Monahans, looks like they have... We will catch the numbers as we can. Looks like they've got Soto, Lopez, Gonzalez. We don't have a 22 on the roster. I'll check that here momentarily as the inbound will come in to Soto, and she'll back it up, look over, and back to Coach Gehrig. She'll push it over to the right-hand side. Lady Lobos basketball. Lovington with the early 2-0 lead. Little shake and bake move for Soto. Goes to the right elbow, puts it up, shot up and no good. Soto gets her own rebound, and she'll go up, and she is going to be blocked out by Abby. And Lovington fight for the ball back beyond the arc. And it'll come down in the hands of the Lady Lobos. They keep control. 1 minute gone in this one. Bad pass. It'll be stolen away and back down the other way. Coming is Jabri Rios losing the bounce pass, and it'll be a turnover for the Lady Cats, their first of the ball game. Still 2-0. Lovington in the lead. As Monahans will bring it across the timeline. Working onto the right wing, number 24. That's number 14. That is Lopez. And then we'll have a travel. So each team now with a turnover, and it'll be Lovington basketball just to the left side of their own bench. Inbounding it will be Aubrey. She'll get it into Malaya, runs the point in the backcourt under pressure from Soto. Brings it across the timeline. Takes it around to the right side. Hands it off to Knapp. Knapp tries to get it inside to Jabry. She'll pass it back out to Aranda. Aubrey backs it up. She will change the play. Flashes it out. Moves around to the right side on a little pick. Now taking it to the top of the arc. Trying to get it to Abby in the high post. She'll get it. Picks it up. Tosses right side. Malaya for three on the way. And it is too hard off the back. And it'll be a fight for the rebound. And coming down with it is Monahans and Soto. Soto comes away with her second board. She'll pop a three. That one is an air ball into the hands of number 20, but she is going to get hammered. Let's see who they called for sure on that one. And they are going to whistle Aubrey on that one. So it'll be on Aubrey, her first personal, first team foul on the Lady Cats. And it will put Schwarb at the line to shoot two. Schwarb's first is up, and it is good. And that will put Monahans on the board with 6:07 remaining here in the first. So Schwarb makes the first, cuts it in half. Second shot is up, and that one will rattle home. And we are tied at 2 apiece from the charity stripe. Get it to Malaya. She'll drive it into the right box, puts up a shot, and she's going to be fouled on the way up by Soto. Now that should put Malaya at the line for 2. Double check that on the big board up here. It will be Malaya, and it will be Soto, her first personal. First team foul. Castro at the line. Malaya's first is up and in and out, and no good. So Malaya misses her first, all tied up at 2, but Lovington a chance to take the lead from the stripe, and Malaya makes the second. And the Lady Cats go up 3-2. They'll drop back in defense. Soto will run the point, takes it across the timeline, goes to the right side. Little bump by Knapp as they come near side. Moving it off. Back to Soto. Knapp on her, pokes it away and chases it out of bounds. And it'll stay Monahans basketball right here in front of the media table. Great facilities here in Monahans. It's been a long time since I've been in this gym, and they've done a lot of work on it since I was here 24, 25 years ago. So Soto will control it. Hand it off to Lopez. She'll have it out between the rings. Comes near side under pressure. She'll hand it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes it left to right, leaves it back off for Soto, working between the rings. 3-2. Lovington in the lead. Hippity hop through the lane, and Schaus will swipe it and knock it away. A good block for Abigail. And it'll go out of bounds, and it'll stay Monahans ball. If they can keep this squad healthy, they could be trouble for a lot of teams. On the high inlet pass, number 22, a little turnaround shot. Might have touched the front of the iron. Ball loose on the floor. Fighting for it, going down hard as Schaus trying to control it and get it, and they will call jump ball, and it'll be Monahans basketball. So Schaus will wind up with the rebound, but it'll wind up in the hands of Monahans on the tie-up. So Gonzalez to inbound it from in front of the Lovington bench. Again, I apologize for any shoddy camera work. I am flying solo tonight. And all kinds of basketball going on. Lee County action tonight. To the left wing for 3 and up, and that is a swish for Danielle Lopez, who gives Monahans the early 5-3 lead. 4:52 to go in the first. Malaya still stuck in the backcourt, works against Soto. Little spin move as she crosses the timeline, takes it in, goes left lane, puts it high off the glass and up and in. Malaya Castro now with 3 ties it up at 5 apiece. Knapp on the pressure on Soto. They'll try the trap with Aubrey. It is swatted out by Aranda and into the Lovington bench. Don't think Chief could have caught that one. Well, he could have caught it, but it wouldn't have mattered. So the inbound, working over to the left side with Lopez. Trapping her up, going over, and Aranda will get it on the fast break. Coming back, it'll be Knapp. Knapp takes it up on the right side, and she's going to be blocked from behind by Lopez. Lovington forces the turnover and will keep possession. That was a little bit of a problem with the Lady Cats last season. Had the point-blank shots, and too many times just missing them. So Aranda from right of her own bucket will get it into Abigail in the low post, and Abby up and in. So Schaus, her first bucket of the season, puts Lovington up 7-5, 4:12 remaining here in the first. Soto, a little crossover move, goes into the left side to Lopez. Lopez passes it back up. Driving in, Soto goes into a wall of Lady Cats number 20 and up and in for Schwarb. And that one is good. Schwarb with 4 points, ties it at 7 apiece. Under a little backcourt pressure, Malaya gets popped in the face, no call. Gets it into Abigail in the right block. Little turnaround, she works, gets it back out. Moving to Castro, back out to Knapp. Carly getting it to Abigail, and Abigail getting run over from behind by number 22. Again, I'll check momentarily and see who that is. That will be her first foul. It'll stay Lovington basketball on their end of the floor. Aranda to inbound it. Right of her own bucket once again. Lovington moving around, trying to get it to Malaya. Right corner, Malaya for three and in and out. And on the rebound, that one will come to Lopez, her first. Lopez leaves it off for Soto, who brings it back down for the Lady Lobos. Turnaround jumper, and that'll be an air ball. It'll be saved in, though, to Soto. Good save. And back out, and 16-footer on the way, and Malaya with the rebound, but then has it taken away from her. And working it inside, and Monahans will put it up and in. That was Schwarb again. She's got 6 points in the ball game to take a 9-7 lead. Carly in front of the media table. Takes it to the free throw line. Now goes left lane into the deep left corner. Working to Aranda. Aubrey backs it out. Resetting with Castro. Castro directs traffic. Takes it right side. Will give it to Aranda. Bad pass, and it'll go out of bounds and off of the face of the Lady Cats. 4 turnovers for Lovington. With 2:41 remaining, and we will have a sub coming into the ball game for the Lady Cats. As in for Lovington will be Braylon Hernandez, seeing her first action of the season. Long three on the way, and it'll be Schaus with the rebound. That'll be the second for Abby. Under pressure, feeds it back out. Aranda up the far sideline, works it in to Castro. Castro drives into the M logo, and the little teardrop floater up and good. Malaya now. With 7 of the 9 for Lovington. Another three-pointer on the way the other end. Fight for the rebound. Castro's going to come away with that one. Malaya's second. They trap her up in the backcourt. Aranda is there. Aubrey brings it into the near court. Hands it back off. Top of the arc, Castro goes one-on-one. Gets bumped and pushes it out. Aranda for three, and that one is going to be off the mark and off the tip. Coming away with it is number 22, her first rebound of the game, and then we'll have a whistle. And must have had a double dribble, so that'll be the third double dribble. Thanks to our friends from KLVT waiting on the game after this one. So the inside pass, and Jabry goes down hard on the floor. And Schwarb going to get whistled for the foul. Third team foul on Monahans. It is a floor foul. Aubrey will toss it in, get it to Malaya in the left wing. Tossing it top of the arc back to Aranda. Now to Hernandez, loses it off her foot, saves it before it goes out. Tosses into Rios. Jabry pushes it back. Castro has to go high, but she'll come up with it. She'll cycle it back around and reset. We're all tied at 9, 1:20 remaining here in the first. Little spin move, three on the way, right wing, and bang! If they can get Malaya going from beyond the arc, she can do a lot of damage real fast. 12-9 in favor of Lovington. Fast-moving first quarter. And it'll be out on the swat by Lovington. So it'll be Monahan's ball. As I lose my score sheets here, of course. That's the way it always works. So trying to feed it inside to Claiborne. Claiborne to Soto at the free throw line, and they will call the travel on Claiborne. Took the extra little slide. Fourth turnover for the Lady Lobos of Monahans. They'll give it back to Lovington, leading 12-9. Knapp back in the ball game. Tries to get it into Jabry, and it is off her hands and out. 5th turnover for Lovington. And back over into the hands of the green and white. Monahans in the home whites with the green letters and numbers. Lovington in the road blues with the white letters and numbers. Subs checking into the ball game for Monahans. 49 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Fast moving first. Soto moves it across the timeline, tosses it over, and gets through everybody. An incomplete pass in football and a turnover in basketball, and it'll go back to Lovington on the 5th Lady Lobos turnover. Into Knapp. Makes a spin move as she works against Soto. Across the timeline, takes it to the deep right corner, goes right base, tries to flip it inside. It is trying to get it to Rios. Knocked away, but there to save it is Gonzalez. Goes into the backcourt, but it'll be saved, and they will call the backcourt violation on Lovington. 6th turnover for the Lady Cats, but they lead by 3. 12-9 is the score. So Claiborne to inbound from just right of the media table. Soto going to check out, take a well-deserved breather as Juarez will check in. Also got number 2 in the game. We'll double-check that between quarters. I did get their lineup, just didn't have time to write it down. And so out of bounds, poked by Lovington. It should stay Monahans basketball. And a timeout on the floor. Gonzalez needing to tie the shoes. Yeah, want to make sure that's done. So the inbound going to come from Cano. She'll get it into Claiborne. Claiborne to Juarez. Juarez tries the right base, gets pushed out by Aranda. Trying to feed it in, and that will be stolen away. Jabry strips it away, but then they're going to call the travel. So the two teams trading turnovers. 7 turnovers for Lovington, 6 for Monahans. And a 12-9 Lovington lead. It'll stay Lady Lobos basketball in their end of the court. On the inbound, 17-footer from the right corner. Up, no good. Rebound. In the putback. Won't fall, and then it'll be Hernandez who comes away with it. And that was Munoz with the rebound. And the whistle sounds, and we have played a quarter. Lovington leading Monahans by a score of 12-9. We'll be back as Lovington Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment. And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and from Z94 KZOR. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo here tonight. A full night of basketball around Lee County. Of course, getting underway here in just a few minutes. Have Tatum boys and girls up in Tatum. The Jowl girls starting tonight against Kermit. Hobbs boys are going to be in action here in about 15 minutes from Las Cruces against the Centennial Thunderbirds. And then, of course, we've got the Hobbs Lady Eagles tonight at Tasker Arena. So a full night of basketball tonight. It'll be Lovington basketball as we start this second quarter, leading 12-9. Starters back on the floor for your Lady Cats. As Aranda will toss it in to Castro. And we are underway here in the second. Malaya goes over towards the Monahans bench, picks up the dribble, gets it back to Aubrey. Aubrey drives it, high post, puts up the left-hand shot, no good. Ball loose on the floor, fight for it. It is loose, and they will call jump ball, and it'll be Monahans basketball. Abigail's had a couple of those knocked down, battling for it in the paint, but has had it swatted away a couple of times. Still early in the season, though. 12-9, Lovington in the lead, just underway here in the second. Soto tries to flip it out, and it'll be tipped by Aranda and out over the Lovington bench. I think I've got everybody straight now as far as the lineups go. So it'll be Schwarb. She bounces it in, trying to get it into Sanchez. It'll wind up back out in the hands of Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Soto, the high pass, and then working it inside to Schwarb. Schwarb backs down on Schaus. Schaus gets a tip, and then it'll wind up in the hands of Aranda. Aubrey with it, pushing it over, and that one going to be tipped and out. Should stay Lovington basketball, and it will in their own offensive end. Both teams looking for their first score here in this second quarter. 12-9, Lovington the three-point lead. Aranda looks to inbound it. She'll toss it in. Soto gets on Castro very tight. Castro, long cross-court pass Aranda. Right corner for three, and that one is off the mark. And it'll be Soto with her third board of the ball game. Pushing it back down the other way, run and gun, and Aubrey going to get whistled for the foul, her second. Just the second team foul on Lovington, first of the quarter. Old habits die hard as they were trying to get a breakaway with Gonzalez. She'll head to the line for two. And the shot is up, and it is good. Well, Gonzalez has her first points of the ball game and makes the first one. Monahans a perfect 3 of 3 from the stripe. The second one on the way, and that one is no good, but she'll wind up flashing through, getting her own rebound. Puts up a shot, loose on the floor, and it'll be Sanchez with her second board of the ball game, but then she'll lose it back the other way with Knapp. Carly pulls up, banks it high off the glass and up and in. Knapp with her first points of the season, make it 14-10. As Soto into the front court, picks up the dribble, and Knapp and around to pick her up. Hits it to Gonzalez, who takes it to the right side into Schwarb. Turns around over Schaus, no good. And it'll be Aranda with her second board of the ball game. Aubrey will bring it back into the front court, tossing it to Abigail. Low post and up and in for Abby. Schaus up and in. She's got 4 on the night. And she is fouled. She'll get to head to the line for 3 the old-fashioned way. They're going to whistle that one on number 22, Sanchez, her first personal. Second personal. Schaus at the and one is no good, and it'll be Schwarb with the rebound. And back down comes Monahans. To Gonzalez, bounce it into Schwarb. Now top of the arc, Soto. Soto a little jump stop. Now over to Gonzalez. Right wing for 3. That one is off the mark. And it'll be Schaus with the rebound. That'll be her third. Pushing it forward to a breaking Knapp. Knapp will get it, have to cycle it out. Goes into the right corner, thinks about 3. Tries to get it into Schaus and out of bounds as not even with the wingspan. Is Schaus able to control and corral that one? But 16-10, Lovington in the lead. 5:53 remaining here in this first. As Soto brings it down for Monahans. Picks up the dribble. Gets it around as they will move that one to Lopez. Lopez back out to Soto. And over to the right side with Gonzalez. Wicked pass. Now a long two-pointer. 19-footer up, and that one's going to find its way through everybody, and a long board by Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Lopez, back to Gonzalez, top of the arc, long 3. That one going to bounce, loose on the floor. Fighting for it, and coming away with it is going to be Castro. And then a couple of girls getting tied up the other way, and they will call a double turnover basically on that one. Leo with 3 boards. It'll be Lovington ball, and they're in. 5:14 remaining first half. 16-10, Lovington with the 6-point lead. We'll get it into Rios, then back to Knapp. Carly, bad pass, but Malaya's there. Works around, tossing it in to Schaus, to Jabry in the left base. Up and fighting for it. Schaus will come away with it. Then back out, top of the arc for Castro. No good. Another one for Schaus, and up and in. Schaus 5 rebounds and now 6 points, and Lovington stretches their lead to 8. 4:48 to go here in the first half. 18-10 in favor of the Lady Cats over the Lady Lobos. A cats versus dog battle to start the season for Lovington. Into the deep left corner. Now pushing it out. They've got a girl down. That's Soto. She's down and she's not feeling good. And a timeout taken for the injury. You certainly hope everybody's good. And Chief Bridgeforth is going to take the timeout, give everybody a chance to just kind of collect their presence or to get a moment to collect themselves. That's what I'm trying to say. It's been a very long day. Of course, we are live here in Monahans. Thanks for being with us opening part of the season. And a big thanks to all of our great sponsors making Lovington Lady Cat basketball possible, Lovington Wildcat athletics in general possible. Couldn't do it without Stonewall Field Services, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, Norley Hospital District. I'm going to forget people, and I hate to do that, but of course you see them all right there at the bottom of your screen. Our friends at Mann Welding, New Mexico Junior College. Yeah, I got out of town today with my tablet not working. And I think I left my sponsor list at home, too. So just the way it works sometimes. And, Tiff, if you're monitoring back at home, why don't you just text me all the sponsors that are at the bottom, or I can look them up at halftime. So I want to make sure we get everybody in there. Of course, your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report coming up in 4.5 minutes of clock time. 18-10, Lovington in the lead. In the timeout by the Wildcats. Great to have you with us. A full night of basketball across our family of streams and stations. As we get back to the action, it will be Monahans basketball. And inbound will be Gonzalez. She'll toss it into Santiago. Santiago back to Gonzalez. Takes it to the right baseline. Rios on her very tight. Now back out. A long three-point shot up. No good. It'll wind up in the hands of Schwarb. Her putback no good. And then just a flying elbow through the middle of it. And it'll be Malaya Castro who winds up coming out of the melee with it. Castro, long cross-court pass. Bad pass. Was trying to get Knapp. That'll be a turnover. That's turnover number 10. For the Lady Cats. Got to take better care of the basketball. As Gonzalez back in, they'll slow it down with Santiago. Santiago pushes into Schwarb. Now to the free throw line, and Sanchez up, no good. And coming away with it will be Hernandez, who will toss it over to Aranda, and then a bad pass and another turnover for Lovington. It was in that first round game last year. It was the turnovers late that really cost the Lady Cats in that contest against Valencia. Of course, I realize different team, different year, but something to be aware of. And a long three-pointer, and that'll be an air ball. And flashing through and trying to save it was Santiago, but Lovington will wind up with it into the hands of Knapp. Carly brings it down, but she'll lose the basketball. And then a whistle sounds, and it'll be timeout taken by Coach Gehring for the Lady Lobos. So with 3:19 remaining here in the first, and it will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it right here. Great to have you with us as we click towards 7 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone, 6 o'clock. Back in the Mountain Time Zone, 18-10 our score. Lovington in the lead. Both teams having a little trouble here in the second quarter. Lovington with 6 in the quarter so far. Monahans just with 1. Of course, Stonewall Field Services, Lovington Municipal Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Mann Welding, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Cannon Safety, Miko Companies, E&MU, New Mexico Junior College, Devon Energy, Western States Insurance, First American Bank of Lovington, Master Plumbers, all making Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball possible. So out of the timeout, Soto back in. Good to see her back on the floor for the Lobos. 3 minutes remaining. To Schwarb at the free throw line. A little turnaround jumper, no good. And it'll be Abigail with the rebound. 6 now for Schaus. She gets it to Malaya, who will cross the timeline and woe things up and set the offense. We click under 3 to go. Malaya pushing it over to Aubrey, trying to get it into Schaus. Schaus got bumped, no call, and so it'll wind up as a turnover for Lovington. That'll be their 13th TO to just 8 for Monahans, but Monahans has not been able to capitalize as Soto uses up her dribble. In front of the Lovington bench to Gonzalez, to Schwarb, to Sanchez. Deep right corner, now back out to Soto. Papa's shot from inside, just in front of the free throw line and up and good. Soto, her first 2 points of the ball game, breaks a long scoring drought, and then a turnover on the inbound. And we'll have a foul called. Nope, it'll be a jump ball, but 14 turnovers for Lovington. Possession arrow goes the way of the Lady Cats. Got to take care of the basketball as Knapp will check out. Coming in her place is Gonzalez. Good backcourt pressure for Monahans has caused some problems for the Lady Cats. Get it to Malaya, puts on the Jets against Soto. Soto swats it from behind, but they're going to say that Malaya touched it last, and that is 15 turnovers now for Lovington in the first half. Leading by 6, 18-12, but they're in the midst of a little bit of a scoring drought as well. Oh, crossing the timeline to Sanchez, now back out. Moving it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Soto, to Lopez, back up top as they'll work it to the right wing. Moving it back is Gonzalez. She'll push it all the way up and out, and that'll be a turnover for Monahans, their 9th turnover of the ball game. And it'll be Malaya to inbound it quickly. As soon as they tell her she can, she gets it into Aranda. Aubrey pushes into the front court, working against Lopez. Lopez on her tight as Aubrey falls down in a bad bounce pass, fighting for it, and Malaya will wind up with it. They trap her up, swat it away, and the ball goes down and on the floor and out. Lovington has got to find a way to handle the pressure with 92 seconds to go in the first, a 6-point lead. Malaya will inbound it, comes to Aubrey back at the timeline. Pushing it over to Castro. Castro, fastball into Rios, then back out. Aubrey thinks about the 3, then cycles to the blocks, then will move it out. Then is partially blocked out as she puts up a shot. Winds up being a pass into the hands of Castro, and Malaya up and in. Malaya's first points of the quarter make it 20-12 in favor of Lovington. 1:09 to go, first half. And we'll have a walk coming back the other way. 10th turnover for the Lady Lobos of Monahans. As Knapp will check back in, Castro going to check out and take a breather. Just 7 girls on the Lovington roster. This is basically what we saw most of last season. So the newest iteration of the Magnificent 7 out there tonight, leading by 8. And a travel on Aubrey, took the little slide. And they'll get you for it every time. 16 turnovers for Lovington. That has not gone the way of the Lady Cats. Under a minute to go. Coach Gehrig asking something on the far sideline. Is checking in for Monahans. That'll be Maris Jones. So some questions, I think, about Jones. Oh, maybe an earring or something. I'm telling her to take those out. So she'll have to go sit once again. As Soto jump stop as she crosses the timeline. Moves it over to Santiago. And they'll just cycle the ball until it'll wind up in the hands of Santiago, but it is loose on the floor, and stripping it away is Ananda. Aubrey will take it coast to coast, and she is hammered, and her and one of the Monahans players go hard to the floor. And we will have a timeout as they're going to get Lopez for the foul, but you're less concerned about that than is everybody feeling okay as Aubrey is down, and she's not feeling good. It's a pretty good collision as she's up, and can't tell if she's holding the shoulder or if she's just trying to get her breath back. She went down hard. So we do have an official timeout on the floor as Monahans and Lovington training staff checking her out down there. You certainly hope she's okay. Of course, up after tonight for the Lady Cats. They will be in the Denver City tournament, which gets underway on Thursday as Aubrey is up and holding the elbow, holding the right elbow. You hope she's okay. There will be free throws coming, but I don't think Aubrey's going to be taking them. Chief going in to just confirm with the referee. Sometimes the rules from state to state just a little bit different. So let's see who Lovington going to put in to take the shots, as Aranda still being very ginger with that right elbow. I think maybe they would put, if they can put a substitute shooter in, they'd probably put Malaya on the floor to do it, but it'll be Braylon Hernandez on to take the free throws. So Braylon heads to the line with 36 seconds to go to take the free throws. So it'll be Braylon's first trip to the line tonight. So Braylon to the line. And now the official's going to talk about something. I'm not sure what Coach Gehrig's asking about. I think he may be asking about the shooter substitution. But if Aubrey can't go in and shoot him, again, in New Mexico, that's perfectly legal if it's an injury. And so Chief Bridgeforth going to take the timeout. I think maybe they're saying Aubrey is going to have to take them, so it'll just be a 30. So we'll keep it right here. And, of course, a big thanks to all the good folks who make Lovington Wildcat Athletics, both Cats and Lady Cats, possible. Devon Energy, Western States Insurance, First American Bank of Lovington, Battle Energy, Master Plumbers, Miko Services, Cannon Safety, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, so Man Welding, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, Lovington Schools, and Stone Oilfield Services. Of course, we've got your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up here in just a couple of minutes. As Aubrey is back in, so she will take the shot. Refs checking to make sure she's okay. And kind of still trying to work out that right elbow. So it'll be Aubrey at the line to shoot the two. After the steal, charge down, and then a hard foul. Clean, but hard. Aubrey's first is in and out, no good. Lady Cats are just 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Second on the way for Aubrey is up, and that one will rattle home. First points of the season for Aranda, and puts up Lovington by 9. We're up by 10 at one point, now up by 9. 36 seconds to go here in the first half. Coach Gehrig directing traffic. Soto across the timeline, pushes it over to Santiago. 15-footer from the left side, no good. The rebound will be made. The putback is no good, and it'll be Schaus who will come away with that one. Her 7th rebound of the ball game after Schwarb got her 4th board of the night. As Knapp crosses the timeline, hands it off to Hernandez. Braylon takes it from the right to the left. Moves it around, but then it'll get swatted away. She tried to hand it off to Gonzalez. As charging down is Santiago at the buzzer, and they wave off the shot. So Lovington, their 17th turnover, but it does not bite them. So we have played a half from here in Monahans. It is Lovington in the lead, 21-12. I'm going to take a quick breath, and we'll come back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Lovington Auto Supply and Napa. And, of course, your Lovington Lady Cats. And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you're going to. I need a little Napa Know-How right now in one of mine. And you can bet we'll be going to see the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. Lovington leading this one 21-12. In the opener of the season for your Lovington Lady Cats from here in Monahans tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scoring in the first half. For the Lady Lobos, Carly Schwarb leads the way. She's got 6 points. Next up will be Danielle Lopez with a tray. Then you got a bucket for Adriana Soto. And 1 point coming from the charity stripe for Anas Gonzalez. So as a team, Monahans goes 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Their leading rebounder is also Schwarb. 13 rebounds as a team for Monahans in that first half. They scored 9 points in the first, 12 in the second, and 11 turnovers for the Lady Lobos in the first half. Turning the page for your Lovington Lady Cats. Leading scorer right now is Malaya Castro, and I don't know how I missed her already being in double figures, but I did, so my apologies. It's still early in the season, working the rust off. Malaya with 12 points in the first half leads everybody. Abigail Schaus with 6 points. Then he had 2 points for Carly Knapp and 1 for Aubrey Aranda. Lovington a little bit from the free throw line. They went 2 of 5 from the stripe. That's 40%. I don't even need the calculator to do that one. 14 rebounds as a team, though. Lovington leading in that category. Schaus with 7 of those by herself leads the way for Lovington. 17 turnovers, though, in the first half. No, that's something that Coach Chief Bridgeforth definitely going to want to try and clean up, if at all possible. But all in all, things going pretty well for the Lady Cats. I mean, considering it is the first game of the season, they're playing a very tough Texas team in Monahans that's already had 6 games under their belt. Some more time to come together. So I think, if you were going to script it out and you're the Lady Cats coaching staff and the Lady Cats, I think it pretty much goes about like you want it to in that first half. Malaya Castro again with 12 points. Abigail Schaus with 6 and Schaus with 7 rebounds. They are on Abigail very tight, especially in the paint. She's had a couple that were near rebounds that just got swatted away from her. So that'll bring us to our Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half for Lovington. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you're the Lady Cats, you've got to find a way to continue to keep the pressure off of the squad. You've got to take better care of the basketball. But again, some of that is going to come. But 17 turnovers against most teams and in most situations will burn you down every single time. So find a way to hold on to the basketball. You've done a good job forcing turnovers, forced 11. Got to find a way to cash in on some more of those. They had, I think, 6 points off of those turnovers. They can do that. They will be just fine. Keep looking for the open threes. Monahans has done a nice job taking away the shooting lanes. Only 1 tray falling for Lovington in that first half, and that came from Malaya Castro in the first quarter. Malaya's had, I think, 4 shots from beyond the arc. 3 of them have gone in and out, and the 4th one finally going down. And Aubrey Aranda not afraid to pop a shot from 3 land either. Of course, you worry about her elbow. She went down very hard after a steal and a breakaway in that first half and landed awkwardly on the right elbow. She came back in after a timeout and shot the free throws. But, yeah, going to have to just keep an eye and see and make sure that she is okay. So the 2 boys teams that'll be playing after this, the Lovington boys, not in action tonight. It's actually the Levelland boys who are here tonight. Lovington's boys will get their season underway on Thursday from the Denver City tournament, which is where the Lovington girls will be at next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I don't believe we are going to have any of those games for you. We just, the conflict's not going to allow us, and too many 7 o'clock in the morning Texas time games, or 8 o'clock in the morning Texas time, which is 7 o'clock our time. But just keep an eye on the Facebook pages, and we will let you know for sure what we are going to be doing. Of course, we will have every game that we can possibly get to for the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats all season long for you and for all of Lee County schools. Of course, we've got a six-pack of games for you tonight. This one going on here in Loboland and Monahans down in Ward County, just straight down Highway 18. You can't miss the place. Tonight at Tasker Arena, my partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, on assignment with the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles going to be playing El Paso Hanks here in just a little while, if they're not already underway. So Dawn has that on Eagle 100.5, Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. The Hobbs Eagles just getting underway down in Las Cruces as they are taking on the Centennial Hawks. I think I called them the Thunderbirds earlier. They're the Centennial Hawks. So that game on Cool 95.7, Hobbs Sports YouTube. Jowl Panthers tonight in action, starting off their season. The Lady Panthers, I should say, is they're taking on the Kermit Lady Jackets. Of course, have to come through Kermit to get to Monahans from Lee County. Now that game on the Jowl Sports YouTube channel. Ron Gunter with the call there tonight. And Tatum starting their season against Capitan from the friendly confines of Coyoteville. Tatum Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. So a lot of basketball tonight across our family of streams and stations. So with that, we will put a wrap on your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you're going to, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply and Napa. Lovington Auto Supply and Napa. Get up and go. And we'll be back for the second half right after this. It's Lovington Lady Cats basketball in the lead, 21-12 over Monahans in the opening game of the regular season. We'll be back for the second half right after this. Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment. And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat basketball here from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Lovington in the lead, 21-12 in the opening half of the 2024-2025 season. It'll be Monahans basketball as we start this second half. A break in action. Now we're ready. Okay. So the inbound will come from Gonzalez to Soto, and here we go. Back underway. So it'll be Gonzalez pushing it to Soto. Right corner, drives right base, pop a shot from about 10 out. No good, and it'll be Aubrey with the rebound. That'll be her third. So Aranda pushing it forward. Back to Jabry now into the deep left corner to Knapp. Knapp into Schaus. In the right block, and Abigail is up and in. She's got 8 points on the night, and Lovington strikes first here in the third. 23-12, 11 points for the Lady Cats, their biggest lead of the night. And a steal coming back the other way is Castro. Malaya gonna have to pull up, though, gets it to Knapp. Left block, 10-footer up and in for Carly. Forcing the turnover, making the points. 25-12, Lady Cats in the lead. 1 minute gone here in the third. To Gonzalez, pushing it into Sanchez. Sanchez from the right block. 10-footer up, no good. Aranda with another rebound for Aubrey. That's her fourth. Pushing it forward to a wide open Knapp. Carly by herself tries to put up the reverse layup, no good. And she tries to track down the rebound in the deep right corner. Gets a hand on it, but right into the hands of Gonzalez. So back down come the Lady Lobos. Hippity hop for Soto. A little underhand scoop as she splits through the lane and through traffic. And is going to be fouled, so she'll head to the line for two. So Monahans with a chance to cut it up from the line, and they will call that one on Schaus. Abigail's first personal. Done a very good job staying out of foul trouble tonight. Soto at the line, her first trip to the stripe, and it is up and it is good. So now 25-13, still up by 12, Lovington. As Claiborne and Munoz will come in for Monahans. Soto, the point guard, puts up her second. That one's no good, and it'll be Aranda with another rebound. That'll be Aubrey's fifth. Pushing it forward to Knapp. Knapp just going to slow it up. Get it to Castro. As Soto will come out to guard her. Leia takes it right to left to the free throw line, to the elbow, hands it off to Rios. Rios tossing it into Schaus, now over. And for three, that is Castro, and bang! Malaya has her second tray of the ball game. She's got 15 points, and will put Lovington up by 15, 28-13, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Gehrig. It'll be a full timeout. We'll just keep it right here and say a big thanks to our great friends at Stone Oilfield Services, WH and the entire family. At Stone Oilfield, anything you need out in the patch, the Stones can take care of you. Of course, Lovington Municipal Schools, educating the children of Lovington. And also proud supporters of the Wildcats. Lovington Auto Supply Napa. Man Welding. You need it welded. You need it put together. Well, man up and call Man Welding. Bob's Thriftway, your local hometown grocery store. The Jamison family proudly serving Lovington for 50 years. Bob's Thriftway for all your grocery needs. Eunice Pump and Supply with an office in Lovington, too. Of course, the good folks at Eunice Pump and Supply. Whatever you need out in the patch, whatever you need for the community, Eunice Pump and Supply, they take care of it. Lee County Electric Cooperative, powering Lee County for 75 years or more now. It's the good folks at Lee County Electric. Cannon Safety for all of your safety needs out in the oil field, including all of your H2S monitors. See the good folks at Cannon Safety. Just a few of our great sponsors. So Lovington goes on a run to start this second half. And goes up by 15, now up 28-13. Coach Gehrig wanted to slow things down a little bit. Less than 2 minutes gone here in the third. Soto to Claiborne. Rios on her very tight, trying to get it inside to Sanchez. And it'll be a bad pass, and it'll wind up in the hands of Abigail Schaus. Then coming back the other way, and it'll be kicked out. And it should be Lovington basketball. It'll be the 13th turnover for Monahans. And it will be. And so it'll be Aranda to inbound it from left of her own bucket. Aubrey waits for somebody to flash free. She'll push it into Abigail in the high post, and Schaus gets run over from behind. And they're going to get number 14. That's Lopez, her second personal. First team foul in the half and in the quarter. So we'll redo it again. Aubrey to inbound it left of her own bucket. Aranda pushes into Schaus. Abigail grabs it, puts it up and in. I know she's been working on that. She's got 10 in the ball game. 30-13. Lovington up by 17. Lovington, 7 girls on the roster. Again, the magnificent 7. And trying to catch it is Soto, and just slid over the line. And that'll be turnover number 14 for the Lady Lobos. So Lovington basketball. Aubrey into Malaya. Castro just takes her time, bringing it up across the timeline. Sorry, I'll catch up with her. Yeah, Art, I know. I'm by myself tonight. Handing it off to Jabry. Jabry has to let that one settle down. He'll toss it back out to Malaya. Malaya to Aranda, right wing, WNBA distance. It's an air ball, but right into the hands of Jabry. Puts it up, gets her own rebound, Just will have to push it back out to Knapp, left wing for three. That one clanks off the iron and will go out. Lovington with some good looks at the basket right there, but not able to get anything to fall. Lady Cats up by 17, 30-13. It's back into the hands of the Lady Lobos as Soto across the timeline. He'll stop it, but keeps the dribble going, takes it over to the right wing. Knapp picks her up, then a bad pass out into the middle of nowhere. Back over is Malaya, can't catch up with it. Getting to it first will be Gonzalez, who brings it back up and into the front court. So Soto will settle things down. To Gonzalez, feed it in. Now back out to Soto, to Gonzalez, right wing for three. That one is going to be off the mark. Fight for the rebound, goes out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Schwarb. So it'll be Lovington basketball. 4:38 remaining here in the third quarter. Lovington up by 17, 30-13. Malaya to the front court, hands it off to Knapp. Carly to the right side, hands it to Ananda. Little shake and bake, back to Carly, right wing for three, and bang! Carly Knapp finding the range. Carly now with 7 points in the ball game. And it is 33-13. Now a 20-point lead for Lovington. Halfway mark of this third quarter. All Lovington in the third thus far. Soto and Gonzalez talking about what they want to do. Hand it to Sanchez, and then going in hard is Schwarb will wind up with a little turnaround trying to go over Schaus. Ball loose on the floor. Who comes up with it? They're going to call jump ball, and it'll be Lovington basketball. As Ananda had it and then got tied up, I think, by Schwarb underneath. So Lovington going to check in a couple of girls as Jabri and Malaya going to check out. Back in will be Braylon Hernandez and Paisha Gonzalez, the newest members of the Magnificent Seven. It'll be Carly running the point, and Knapp crosses the timeline, and she's going to get fouled. You're going to call the little slap foul there on Gonzalez, her first personal, second team foul in the quarter. Stays Lovington ball. I'm in front of the scorer's table. Under pressure, tossing it in, trying to get Knapp in the right corner, and it is swatted away by Gonzalez. Chief Bridgeforth telling her you got to keep moving. We'll move about 25 feet down the court. And Ananda will inbound it from left of the Lovington bench. Aubrey gets it in at the 4.5 count, but it is tipped away, and Paisha comes over and takes it back away, but it'll be a turnover for Lovington. And a foul on the Lady Cats. Paisha going to get tagged for her first personal. Second team foul on Lovington. Is their first turnover of the half, though. Done a much better job taking care of the basketball here in the third. So to Lopez, and they will call the charge on Lopez. That'll be her third team foul. And it'll be the 15th turnover for Monahans. Monahans has turned it over 4 times. Lovington has cashed in on 2 of those. And we're going to have a travel as trying to toss it down was Hernandez, but yeah, didn't quite work out like she planned it. So all of a sudden, a couple of turnovers for Lovington. And it goes back to Monahans with 3.5 to go here in the third. Then a 33-13 Lovington lead. Don't want to get sloppy, though. Yes, that'll be Gonzalez, and tosses it over, and it'll be going to call a Schwarb on an offensive foul. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Lady Lobos, and give it over to Lovington. So now Ananda to inbound it from just to my right of the scorer's table here. Aubrey will toss it in. Castro back in the ball game. She works against Soto in the backcourt. Malaya directs traffic, switches hands, takes it across the timeline, goes behind the back. Soto, big smile, swats at it, gets it to Ananda, driving the left baseline and up and in for Aubrey. 3 points for Aranda, and now 35-13, Lovington in the lead. On the crossover, a little underhand scoop by Soto. On the baseline and out. Nobody able to control the rebound. And so back to Lovington, stretching their lead to 22. Under a little pressure this time. Malaya turns on the jet, splits through traffic. Goes hippity-hop through the lane, shot up, no good, and it'll go out. And last touch by Rios. Jabry fighting underneath with Sanchez. So it'll be back to Monahans with 2:41 to go here in the third. And checking in for Coach Gehrig's squad will be Jones. And it'll be Jones to pull the trigger on the inbound. Tried to check in late in the first half, but forgot to take the earrings out. So did Jones. She gets picked up by Gonzalez, now into the deep right corner. Swatted away and into the hands of Lovington and Jabry, but Jabry takes a little extra slide, so the teams trade turnovers, and it'll stay Monahans basketball. 20 turnovers now for Lovington, 16 for Monahans. Jones to inbound, right of her own bucket, tosses in, pop a shot from 15 on the right corner. Bats around, flops around, won't fall. Santiago puts up the shot, no good and out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Cats. Then we'll pretty much set up exactly like we were. Jones will toss it into Lopez. To Hernandez, now back to Jones for three, and that one no good. There with the rebound, flashing through is Schwarb, her fifth board. She's going to be fouled. She'll head to the line to shoot two. Schwarb on the night, a perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So Schwarb heads to the line as they are going to get Rios for her first personal. Third team foul on Lovington. Schwarb's first is up and rolls around in and out. Our score remains 35-13, 2:13 remaining here in the third. Been all Lovington this quarter. On a 14-1 run to start the quarter as Knapp checking back in for Gonzalez. And Schwarb at the line. Missed the first, eyes the second. Puts it up. And they are going to say lane violation. The shot was made, but it's not going to count on the lane violation. So over to Lovington. Lady Cats in command. Full court press on. Tight defense in the back. Santiago on Castro. Malaya takes it across, then goes on the backside. Takes it to the left elbow. Hands it off to Aranda. Aubrey puts up a little awkward shot. Ball loose on the floor. Coming out with it. Nice job there was Hernandez. And then a foul going to be called. Somehow Braylon came away with it. And that'll put Lovington in the bonus. So that should put Braylon Hernandez at the line to shoot two. They're going to whistle Munoz for her first personal. So Hernandez at the line. Braylon's first is up and no good. If anything hadn't gone the way of the Lady Cats tonight, it's been their work from the free throw line. Now just 2 of 6 from the stripe. Braylon trying to get in the scorebook. That one going to be no good. And the ball going to be brought down by Monahans and Lopez. Lopez brings it down, nearly loses the basketball. Out to Jones. Jones working the top of the arc. Pushes it into the right corner for Santiago. Santiago goes high, loses the ball, and Malaya will strip it away. Castro bringing it back down, and then Jones going to pick her pocket. So the teams trade turnovers once again. How many times have we seen that? And we'll have a travel. And another turnover for Monahans. Now they've got 18 turnovers. As Schaus will check back in. So it'll be Lovington basketball just to the left of the media table. Aubrey pushes it into the backcourt to Carly. Knapp works on Jones. Knapp crosses the timeline, turns on the Jets, takes it hard to the rack and is fouled by Jones. That'll put Carly at the line to shoot two. So Knapp will go to the line. That'll be Carly's first trip to the stripe tonight. Carly with 7 points in the ball game. 35-13, Lovington in the lead. So Knapp toes the stripe, puts up the first one, and it is good. Now 36-13, Lovington stretching it out to a 23-point lead. In for Monahans will be Cano back in. So Knapp made the first. Will eye the second. Carly with 6 points in the quarter, 8 in the game. And that one going to fall off to the side. And the rebound brought down by Monahans. That was Munoz, and Munoz will feed it forward and too far out of the reach. Munoz had her second board, but then pushes it too hard out. 1 minute to go in a sloppy third. To Aranda. Against Cano, takes it in. She'll drive hard to the rack through the right lane and up and in. Bria Aranda now with 5 in the ball game. And it's 38-13 and a bad pass. Lovington going to take that one away. 19th turnover, bounce it to Knapp from the right baseline and up and in for Carly. She's got 11 in the ball game, and it is 40-13 in favor of Lovington. 39 seconds remaining here in the third. Jones with Knapp on her. Pushing it into the deep right corner, taking it on the right base. Santiago partially blocked out by Schaus. Coming down with it was Schwarb. So feeding it in, and Abigail will just take it away and feed it back down for Lovington. As Castro, a leaning shot, bad angle, winds up getting her own rebound to Jabry. Then a long 2 on the way for Knapp, and she'll hustle out and she'll wind up with her own rebound. Now Lovington goes and will drain the tray. So the three-pointer almost at the buzzer. And Lovington goes up 43-13 going to the fourth. Lady Cats in the lead, 42-13, pardon me. So 42-13, we'll be back as Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment. The Lady Cats go on a 21-1 run in the third quarter and have stretched this one out to a 42-13 lead as we head to the fourth quarter. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Thanks for being with us as it'll be it'll be Monahans basketball to start this fourth quarter. So now Lovington can work on some things here in this fourth quarter. They have things pretty well in control. 3 Lady Cats in double figures. Knapp with 10, Schaus with 10, and Malaya Castro leading everybody with 18 in the ball game. Gonzalez pushing it in. Now they'll push it back out. They'll work it around. Gonzalez trying to get it inside. Winds up in the hands back of Gonzalez to Soto. 15-footer from the right base. Shot up, no good. Gets her own rebound. Her runner, no good. It'll be a rebound for Lopez, and then a whistle sounds as they're going to call a foul. When you're battling that hard, they're going to get a Ronda for that one. Aubrey's third personal. First team foul in the quarter. And it puts Lopez at the line to shoot 2. Her first trip to the line tonight. First one is up and no good. So our score stays 42-13. And the second is up, and that one is no good. And the rebound, Soto going to come away with it. Her 5th board of the ball game. And a block by Schaus, but they are going to get her. She came down, didn't stay straight up, and she hammers Sanchez. Abigail's second personal. Second team foul on Lovington, and that'll put Yeah, they should say, nope, they're going to put Sanchez at the line to shoot two. It'll be her first trip to the stripe tonight. And shot is up and rattles home. So Monahans will draw first blood here in the fourth quarter. Second is up, and Sanchez gets them both. Her first points of the ball game. Makes it 42-15, Lovington in the lead. Aranda crossing the timeline, flashing through, getting it to Abigail, but a bad pass, and they are going to call jump ball. It'll stay Lovington basketball as Schaus is down, and she is not feeling good as she and Sanchez had a huge collision right in the middle. Abigail up and hopping. Coach Gehrig is hollering. They call jump ball. It should be Lovington basketball if they call jump ball. And it'll be Lovington ball. Yeah, that is correct. So Lovington basketball on the jump ball. And things getting a little contentious here. Is Coach Gehrig going to go over, and he's going to argue a little bit too. Come over, and now they're going to get Munoz checked in. So there we go. Pretty good crowd on hand here tonight. Making the trip up from Lovington. Of course, good crowd from Monahans tonight too. So on the inbound to Rios, then back and swatted away by Soto, trying to get Malaya back in front of the Lovington bench. So stays Lovington basketball. At this point, if you're Lovington, just try and burn some time, burn some clock. You're up big. You don't want to get things too contentious. Hand it off to Knapp. Carly loses it, goes to the floor, and then they'll call the travel on Knapp. Turnover number 21 on the Lady Cats. You got to think Monahans is going to start maybe picking the pace up just a little bit as the inbound will come to Soto off of the Lovington turnover. She'll bring it across the timeline, now into the right side to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Munoz, back to Gonzalez, almost losing it. Picks it up behind her, pushing it over to Lopez in front of the Monahans bench. Out of the corner with Soto, hippity hop to the left elbow, and she'll travel. Took that extra step, gets you for it every time. 21 turnovers now for the Lady Lobos. And back to Lovington, 6:46 remaining in the contest. As the bounce to Castro. So Malaya pushing it into Schaus in the high post, working it around on the flash through. That was Castro, and the rebound going to be made by Munoz, and then gets tied up. And they call the foul on Lovington. As they're going to get Castro, just her first personal. Third team foul, though, for Lovington. You got to be a little bit careful with that. So well in hand. You don't want to give Monahans a chance to chip back into it with the clock not running. So Gonzalez to the right side. Push it around to Schwarb, then to the free throw line, and that one rattles home for Soto. Soto with 5 points in the ball game. And now 42-17, Aubrey pushing it into Schaus, and she gets bumped from behind. And so they're going to whistle that one on Lopez. That'll be her fourth personal. First team foul in the quarter. And timeout going to be taken by Coach Chief Bridgeforth. 6:06 remaining here in the contest. And it's been a 4-0 run to start the quarter for Monahans. So while we have a moment, of course, a big thanks to all the great folks who make Lovington Lady Cat basketball possible. Thanked a bunch of them earlier, but also thanks to Western States Insurance, Connie Severe and her whole team at Western States. Whether you need home, auto, life, health, personal, or commercial, Western States Insurance. First American Bank of Lovington. David Campbell and the great staff there at First American Bank, your local hometown bank for over 100 years. Right there in Lovington, that's First American Bank. Also our friends at Master Plumbers. Yeah, you know when you need a plumber, you really got to have one. Well, Master Plumbers will fix you up. And if you 24-hour emergency service, Master Plumbers, and of course Battle Energy. When you're doing battle out in the patch, remember the good folks at Battle Energy. Of course, big thanks to all the folks who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Sports possible. Also our family of streams and stations, Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, Z94 KZOR, Z94 Facebook page. So it'll be Aranda to inbound it from left of her own bucket, tosses it into Knapp, top of the arc, out of the Lovington timeout to Jabry in the right block, back out to Carly, over to Castro for three, top of the arc. That one rolls off. Ball loose on the court, and it goes out, and last touched by Aranda. Pretty good fight going on for it. Under 6 minutes to play here in the ball game. Lovington still looking for their first points of the fourth quarter. 4-0 run for Monahans to start the quarter. But Lovington on a 21-1 run in the third have pretty much put this one out of distance. Lopez, no-look pass into the left corner, throwing it inside to Schwarb, and over the back goes Schaus. One thing Abigail has to look out for, and that'll be the fourth team foul on Lovington. So that will put Monahans in the bonus on the next one. And it is on the floor, so Gonzalez inbounding left of her own bucket, tries to push it into Sanchez. It's loose on the floor, and it'll be into the hands of Castro. Castro pushing it forward to Knapp. Knapp high off the glass, no good. But Malaya is there with the rebound, and Schaus will save it after that one got touched. 5 rebounds for Castro. Into Jabry, puts up a shot, no good. Abigail is there with it. Her putback won't fall. Still being tipped around, and Aranda will wind up with it. Schaus now with 8 rebounds. And another shot. Jabry comes up with it, and then she gets fouled. Rios with 4 boards. Lovington winning the board battle tonight. And they'll call the hold on Soto. That'll be her second personal. Third team foul. And it'll be Lovington basketball from the near side. 5:09 to go. Sanchez will check out. Well, it'll come in to Castro. Castro handing off to Knapp. Knapp getting the ball swatted. Picks up and then gets it taken away by Soto. Turnover for Lovington. Soto on the breakaway. He'll take it coast to coast and up and in. Soto with 7 points, paces the way for Monahans. So a 6-0 run to start the quarter, and then a turnover on the inbound to Soto. Cross court to Lopez. Lovington tries to trap her up, and they'll take it right back away from her as Aranda popped it out and into the hands of Schaus. 4:36 remaining. Into the front court comes Lovington. 4.5 minutes to go. They're up 42-19. From the free throw line, Aranda, 15-footer, no good. Ball is loose and out and poked out after Gonzalez got a hand on it. Subs checking in for Monahans. That's Deja Juarez seeing her first action. It will be Lovington basketball. Aubrey to the low post, and Abigail, and Schaus gets it to roll home. 12 points for Abigail. Makes it 44-19. Back up by 25 are the Lady Cats. After about a 4-minute scoring drought. To Juarez, long three from the right corner and banks it in. Her foot was on the line, but nice shot for Juarez coming in off the bench. 44-21. So the foot on the line, but still a nice shot there. Knapp off the screen from Aranda, takes it to the right base, and Carly will push it up and in. Carly with 12 in the game. 46-21. Hey, if Monahans wants to run and gun, Lovington will run and gun. 3.5 to go in the ball game. All Lovington in this one to Juarez, who takes it to the right side. Now into the deep right corner, Santiago. Into Schwarb and then to Munoz. And her shot in and out, no good. And that'll be Schaus, her 9th rebound. Needs one more to have a double-double on the game. Into the front court. Castro working against Santiago, drives hard in the right lane or right base and is fouled. They're going to call that one on Santiago, her first personal. 3rd team foul on the Lady Lobos. And it'll put Castro at the line to shoot 2. 47-21, Lovington in the lead. And Malaya's first is up and nothing but the bottom of the net. 19 points for Castro. Makes it 48-21. As Gonzalez And Hernandez check in as Schaus and Knapp take a seat. Castro's second one is up, and 20 points in the game for Castro. Makes it 49-21. 28-point lead for the Lady Cats. 3:09 remaining to Juarez as Gonzalez picks her up quickly. Munoz, then the long cross-court pass. Almost losing it as Lopez corrals it before it crosses the timeline. Well, they'll bring it back up. Just under 3 to go now to Juarez. Gonzalez on her, push it back out to Santiago. Santiago takes it around, puts up a wild 15-footer high off the glass, and Aranda has her 8th rebound of the game. To Malaya, deep right corner, working against Juarez. It's a little mini screen from Aranda. Out of Gonzalez, who gives it right back to Castro. Castro, left baseline. Malaya drives in, puts up the little floater, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it'll go out, and last touched by Castro. Fighting for it with Munoz on that left baseline. It'll stay Monahans. It'll go back to Monahans, I should say. 2:21 remaining. 49-21. Lovington got to be happy about the results of this one. Some things they're going to want to clean up going into the Denver City tournament starting on Thursday. Wild shot up by Santiago and winds up in the hands of Braylon Hernandez, her 4th rebound, and then whistle sounds. It'll be Lovington basketball as Schaus checks in. Knapp back in as Hernandez and Castro check out to take a well-deserved breather. To Knapp, gets a little bump, not going to worry about it. Carly drives it down, almost travels, loses the ball. Schaus winds up with it. Abigail looking for some help. Outlet, then a long cross-court pass, and Carly will reset. Carly takes it to the right elbow, loses it to Juarez, and then a bad foul, just a frustration foul. 24th turnover for Lovington. And a timeout going to be taken by the Lobos. So 49-21, 1:48 remaining. Lovington in control of this one pretty much from the start. So Monahans taking the timeout. Catch my book up here. So if you're just joining us, Malaya Castro leading everybody with 20 points in the ball game. Abigail Schaus 1 rebound shy of a double-double. I'm sure if I looked back at the video, I might be able to find one. But so really going the way the Lady Cats want it to. 3 Lady Cats in double figures, led by Castro with 20, Schaus with 12, Knapp with 12. Of course, I know that was one of the questions coming into the season. Of course, we knew Malaya Castro would be back. Knew Abigail Schaus would be back. But where would they get the extra scoring past Castro and Schaus? I think the answer has been answered. Carly Knapp. And Aubrey Aranda doing about what she generally does. 5, 6, 7 points a game. So out of the timeout, it will be Lovington basketball. Aranda waits to toss it in. Gets it to Knapp right at the timeline. Carly takes it in front of the Lovington bench, then he'll just back it up. Now she drives in. Trying to get it in to Schaus. She will end up and in for Schaus with 14 in the ball game. 51-21, 30-point lead for the Lady Cats. 90 seconds to go in this one with Jones. Jones pushing to Lopez. Gonzalez on her. Top of the arc, now to Santiago. WNBA 3 on the way. And missing it. Winds up in the hands of Schwarb, who then a foul going to be called as Aranda tries to pick Schwarb's pocket. Or did she just knock it out? Yeah, just went on the line. So Jones will inbound it, and Pesha almost takes it away. And Lovington picking up the press defense, the pressure defense. It's not a press. As Jones looks to get it in, 4.5. Gets it to Santiago. Push it into Schwarb. Schwarb from the Monahans logo. Little hook shot, air ball into the hands of Hernandez. And push it back forward. Under a minute to play now. Lovington up by 30. Knapp to Rodriguez to Aranda. Long two-pointer, right corner, and there is the double-double. Schaus with the rebound, then pushes it back out on Honda for three, puts up the shot, no good. And it winds up in the hands of Claiborne, her first board of the ball game. To Jones, 17-footer, right corner, no good. Rebound by Santiago and a block inside as they pushed it to Schwarb, and I think Abigail got a bit of the arm. Nope, they're going to get Aranda for that one. That'll be her fourth. As I catch the book up here quickly. So Schwarb at the line to shoot two. She's 2 of 4 from the stripe. First one is up, and that one will fall off to the right side. 36 seconds remaining in the game as Munoz checks in. Juarez checks in. As Santiago and Lopez will check out. So Schwarb misses the first. Waits the second. Asks for the ball back. Oh, doing a little waiting on the final check-in. Shot up from Schwarb, and that one is good. 51-22 the score as Kano will come back into the game. Knapp, Hernandez, Aranda, Gonzalez, Schaus on the floor for the Lady Cats, trying to get it inside to Abigail. Winds up, Knapp saves it. Schaus puts up the shot, gets it, and then they are going to call the offensive foul. They're going to call over the back on Lovington. Schaus not too sure about that one. She had a couple of shots at it. Not happy about that one. That'll be her fourth personal. 26 seconds to go. And we'll go all the way back down the floor. And it'll be Munoz at the line for two. So a chance to chip into this one just a little bit. One thing about a Monahans team, they're like a Lovington team in a lot of ways. They never, ever, ever quit, and they will still play physical, even when it is out of reach. Having been in the same district as Monahans for a lot of years, both as a player and a broadcaster, I can tell you, Schaus with another rebound. That'll be Abigail's 12th. They'll push it back up with 20 seconds to go. Whoa, there we go. And feet again, trying to get it to Schaus, goes out of bounds, and Kano, I think, touched it last. And it will be Lovington basketball, 15 seconds to go. Aubrey from left to the bucket. Pushing it into Abigail, high post, turnaround, up and in. 16 points for Schaus, 53-23. Lovington up by 30 with 7 seconds remaining in the contest. Jones picks up the dribble with 2, with 1, trying to push it in is Jones, and no good. And our final, Lovington victorious tonight, 53-23, to go to 1-0 on the season. Now we've got a boys game coming up immediately following this one, so it'll be a very quick wrap-up. So leading scorer tonight, Malaya Castro finishes up with 20 points in the ballgame, 16 for Abigail Schaus, and 12 for Carly Knapp. 5 points for Aubrey Aranda. Schaus with a double-double tonight, finishes up with 12 rebounds on the evening. Lovington victorious in the rebounding battle. Leading scorer the other way would have been, let's see, that's going to be a tie between Soto and Schwarb, each with 7 points tonight for Monahans. So the Lady Lobos will drop to 2-4 while Lovington goes 1-0. Next up for Lovington, they will be at the Denver City tournament on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, as will the Lovington boys. So don't know that we'll be able to bring any of those games, but just keep an eye on our Facebook page, and we will let you know for sure. And keep listening to Z94 KZOR. And so with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one as the Lady Cats coming out and getting the victory tonight by 40, 53-23. So for our friends at Stonewall Field Services, Lovington Municipal Schools, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, Man Welding, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Cannon Safety, the Miko Companies, Master Plumbers, Battle Energy, First American Bank of Lovington, and Western States Insurance. I'm TJ Miracle for Tiff Stuber in studio, engineering, and producing. And for Don Morgan on assignment tonight, I'm TJ saying so long and thanks for tuning in. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square.